Welcome to another episode of Hard Factor presented by the Barstool News Network. It is Thursday, February 13th, 2020, and the lineup today. First up, we've got the Wonton Don coming on to talk a little coronavirus. Mark's going to take us through that.
Need to know what's going on.
Yeah, it's a serious discussion, a little more serious than usual since it's about coronavirus. And then I'm going to do I didn't mention this when Donnie was on. Everybody stop what you're doing right now.
Okay.
Stop what you're doing. Go to YouTube. Subscribe to Hard Factor News and also Donnie's channel. I think he's Wonton Don or Donnie Does on there. But if you do that, if you subscribe to Hard Factor or BNN, I'm not sure what it's named
Hard Factor
now.
News.
Hard Factor News and Donnie's channel, you're going to have your YouTube is just going to be fantastic. I did it the other day. It's amazing.
You're going to love it. A lot of people don't know this. We film the shows every night. We drop the YouTubes every day. With the full show, you can see how fat we are.
I'm wearing an awesome shirt.
We're not in a sweaty garage anymore, so we're less sweaty. But it's
Right.
important because we need to reach a certain amount of YouTube subscribers so that we can start making a living. So that's on you.
You guys, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying that's on you,
it.
the listener.
That's it. We're a couple hundred away from being able to monetize it. So
It's close. Yeah, you guys stop sweating in the garage. I try to stop sweating just in general in my studio as much. I just am a big sweater, so it's less disgusting to watch us on film.
But Reno has such a temperate climate.
you got to
Will.
get it now because the studio's the studio keeps getting better every day, and about a week from now it's going to be finalized. So you got to subscribe now and watch it evolve.
Yeah. I could sweat in any weather, Pat. All right, and then after the coronavirus discussion with the Wonton Don, I'm going to talk a little bit about Roger Stone, and then Pat and Wes will take us through a lightning round of other headlines. Get us going to Donnie Mark.
All right, welcome back to the show. Hard Factor's Asian correspondent, the Wonton Don. Donnie Does. What the hell, China's Barstool's Donnie. How's it going, Donnie?
Hey, how are you? Happy to be here.
All right. What you doing over there, Pat? You just fidgeting?
Yeah, don't worry about me.
Yeah. First off, where are you living these days, Donnie?
I mean, I'm just jumping from couch to couch in New York at the moment. I've been spending some time at my parents' place up in Massachusetts, but the one place I can't live is in my apartment back in Shanghai.
Okay, so let's talk about that. So you know that we, and by we, I mean mainly I, want to ask you about Correct. You know what we want to talk about today?
Yes, the corona.
Yes, the corona. Can you tell us what you know about it?
So, I mean, I surprisingly probably don't know that much. You guys might know more than me, but I do know that a lot of Shanghai has just been shut down for the past 3 weeks. And all the schools in Shanghai are closed down for the month. So my girlfriend, who works as a teacher in China, she's headed back to the U.S. She was actually in Thailand on vacation when shit hit the fan. So she was able to fly back to the U.S. and not get quarantined or anything.
Were you already over here? You were.
And I was, and I was already back here in the U.S. But I do have some friends that are still stranded in Shanghai, and they just said it's been like a ghost town. Streets that are normally crowded are completely empty. Until February 10th, I know most businesses and in Shanghai were closed, which is just insane. It's like if because Shanghai is larger than New York, it'd be like if just New York closed for 2 weeks, which I can't even imagine.
Crazy. So a few questions about Shanghai. What is its proximity geographically to the Hubei province? I'm probably mispronouncing that. Wuhan markets in particular, and then are they enacting in Shanghai kind of those you can only send one family member out every other day to the grocery store? Are there any actual restrictions in Shanghai, or is it just people being concerned?
Is there food?
Yeah. So it's about maybe a 2-hour flight or a 6-hour train or something like that, a 5-hour train from Wuhan. And they have sort of banned large crowds in Shanghai. They don't have any of those rules like they have in Wuhan where only one person in the family can leave at a time. But one example, my friends were at a Super Bowl party in Shanghai hanging out at a bar, and cops showed up and just and shut down the party. And because they were like, this crowd is too large. So made everybody disperse.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Must have been a rager.
Do you think let's jump into some tough ones. Do you think China is being honest about the numbers being reported? Because there's a lot of conspiracy theories going on about the number of cases and the number of deaths. being misreported?
Tons of conspiracy theories. I don't know what to say, because I mean, like, maybe they're like keeping the numbers a little low, but then some people are like, oh, they're keeping it way low. It's actually like 20,000 people. And like, I don't think it's like that big, but maybe they're like, messing with the numbers a little
optimistic, right? Yeah, but
I think if they mess with them way too much, it would get out. Like at this point, right? Like there's still social media going on. There's still, even though they tried to kind of crack down on that in the beginning, I think it would get out if it was way, way, way higher. But who knows?
Let me ask you this on that note, Donnie. Do you know the Chinese government to lie? I mean, is that something that they do often?
Yes, they are. They are known to stretch the truth.
Interesting.
I know another government that's like that. I don't know if we live there or what.
a lot of governments.
You watch your mouth comparing us to China.
You're talking about Canada.
You watch your mouth.
Yeah, it must be Canada.
We live close to it. Okay.
But it seems like in Shanghai, it's not like the people there are panicking at all. It just seems like they're bored as fuck. So they're kind of just suffering from cabin fever more so than they're like freaking out about the virus. But in Wuhan, that's a different story.
The cruise ship at all?
Yes, the cruise ship from hell. Yes.
Yes, the one in Hong Kong, they all got let off because it was cleared, but the one in Japan is just a disaster.
Talk about cabin fever.
Did you know anyone? Do you know anyone from Wuhan?
I checked in on this one guy who was in Wuhan teaching slam ball. Do you guys know slam ball?
Yeah. The four person around the little trampoline in the middle.
You making good money doing that?
So yeah, I guess slam ball, when it left the U.S. or like that league got shut down, it got bought by this Chinese mogul, and he moved it to China, and like their main training center where they were training college kids was based in Wuhan. So that's the only time I ever went to Wuhan, was like 3 years ago to play some slam ball. But I reached out to one of their instructors, and he made it out to Shanghai. So he's just laying low in Shanghai right now.
Nice. How many people are in Wuhan? Like, what's it like?
I think it's 11 million people, which and that's only considered insane. That's considered a second tier city in China.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, because there's like 50 million in the Hubei province, right? That are like basically quarantined.
I believe so.
What about that guy that drinks beers really fast that you did a video with recently? Where is he located?
So
he's not affected, is he?
So yeah, he's in Hebei, not Hubei. And I think he's just laying low as well.
Slamming beers, probably.
Slamming beers, yes.
Have you gotten to speak with him about Zillion Beers? Is he aware of the movement?
He is not aware of the Zillion Beers movement. I subtitled one of his lines because he said, like, in Chinese, he was like, if I use a funnel, I can drink tons of beer. And so when I wrote the subtitles, I wrote, if I use the funnel, I can drink a zillion beers. And then because I said that, there's a lot of people that think I invented zillion beers. So now all these people are just like on the Barstool YouTube channel, they're like, what the fuck, Dana? You're stealing that from Donnie. Donnie invented it.
He owes you half.
Well, you just don't correct him, Donnie.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
I sent out a tweet today saying it was like the 2 times I've mentioned zillion beers in my videos, those were inspired by Dana. I don't want to take credit for something that's not mine.
Nice.
All right, I got a couple other questions for you, and I can't let myself off the hook. So I'm getting the impression. Do you think that outside of China, people should be concerned about coronavirus?
As of now, no. Because in the U.S., how many cases are there in the U.S. right now?
Like 10?
Yeah, 11,
something like it's low. Yeah. It's like 20 or fewer.
Yeah,
I think.
10 to 20.
Yeah, I wouldn't be. If you have people in Shanghai who aren't freaking out, there's no need for people in the U.S. to be freaking out right now.
Well, hold on.
That's what I was thinking when you said that. There's been 11 people that were in New York City. 'Cause you'd think like a big city like New York, if it got there, it could spread. All 11 people that they thought potentially could have it, none of them have it. So there's no cases in New York.
Donnie, would you define freaking out as building hospitals in 2 days?
Yes, no,
in your mind.
Yeah.
So in China, there's a lot of people, freaking out, and rightfully so, just because it's spread so fast, and like another 100 people die from it each day out there. So it's a serious problem there. But just the everyday people in Shanghai, like they aren't super worried. Like, yeah, they'll wear a mask when they go outside, but the people who aren't in Hubei, China, they're not really in full panic mode. They're just like super annoyed that they can't go back to their normal life.
And when you describe how many people are in these cities, like 100 a day doesn't sound that insane when you think about how many people.
For me, it's
like
Shanghai. If Shanghai's not freaking out, I got to get my shit together. That's the real indicator right there.
Yeah.
Donnie, as a Chinese expert, do you think that the Chinese government might be kind of, I don't know, secretly fired up about this, being that they have the one child per couple policy?
I heard like way back in the day with Mao Zedong, when there was a famine in China where like millions of people died, he wasn't too concerned because he was like, well, we have millions and millions of more people. And so sometimes the government will take that approach. But I think they're worried about it now because did you guys talk about it all about like the first doctor in China who tried to report about the virus?
Yes. He's a hero. Yeah.
And he was like, there's something new. We got to contain this. And the government sort of silenced him. And then he later died from it. When like
he was like Pierce Brosnan in Dante's Peak.
Yes.
Exactly.
And so when I've gone on Chinese social media, people on it are just pissed at the government. Like they're more pissed at the government than I've ever seen before. So they're probably worried.
That is fucked up what they did to that doctor.
Yeah, a lot of petitions came out after Dr. Lee, and I don't remember his last name, died. Yeah, that was recently. Okay, a couple more. Have you experienced or heard of maybe from friends of any like latent xenophobia and racism towards Chinese and Asian people because of this?
Have I seen it? Well, I think that bat video didn't do them like Chinese people any favors, because then I don't even know if that's how it all started. I had one friend try telling me that video was actually filmed in
it was a snake
Indonesia.
that ate a bat that ate a person that there's snakes and bats.
Pangolins.
Like and now it's penguins.
Penguins?
Pangolins.
No, pangolins.
Pangolins, yeah. But someone was saying that like bat soup video wasn't even filmed in China. It was filmed in Indonesia. I don't know if that's true, but I've heard people say things like, oh, well, if they're eating bat soup, they deserve to get whatever virus is coming for them and shit like that. So that's probably the most like fucked up thing I've heard. When in reality, like bat soup is not a common thing in China. Like maybe there's a couple people out there who eat it. Like I was shocked when I saw that.
You don't have to feel awkward about passing up on bat soup if you go to a dinner in China.
Well, it's a flying rat, so it's like rat soup. Yeah, like I mean.
I'll tell you what, I think that if you got on a plane, that's where the xenophobia is happening. No one wants to sit next to a potentially Chinese person with a mask on a plane these days, is the vibe I'm getting. I'm hearing things.
Well, when I was in the airport in Houston, there was a group of like Chinese students or Asian students, and no one wanted to sit next to them. The only seats available in the terminal.
But this is good for Wes because he has a half Asian son. So if he wants to not be around people.
True. I put a mask on him, and I can go. I'm alone.
You're going to get through like lines in Disney World.
Yeah, right to the front.
You're right to the front.
Yeah.
Just bring your son. Just spend time with your son. And then,
just need a mask.
All right, Donnie. Last question: are you going to move back to China when it's safe?
Yeah, I mean, my plan is to like move back in March, but maybe that's even too early. I don't know, but yeah, that's the only like place I have to live full time right now. So it's either kind of.
When are you gonna give this whole China thing up and just come back? You know, when are you just
that's
gonna
the
give
plan.
The dream up, Donnie?
That's what I was planning on doing regardless. Like by next fall, I wanted to be living back in the U.S., but I didn't want to. I wanted to leave on my own terms, not just like
not
be
banished
by a virus.
Yeah, you didn't want to.
Yeah,
that's very Donnie.
You got potato famine. All right, well, Donnie, it's been too long. We'll have you back on for some more correspondence. Thank you for joining.
Yes. And a fun fact, the Chinese basketball season has been completely postponed due to the virus too, which is a shame.
That probably pisses people off.
That's like their
sucks.
church.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yes.
It's really crippling the Chinese economy. That's terrible.
Is LeBron mad? LeBron's probably pretty mad.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Donnie, thank you.
Yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, that interview was brought to you by 1-800-Flowers. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the Valentine's displays are out in full force with good reason, right? It's tomorrow. So
It's tomorrow. It's
Oh,
tomorrow.
shit. It's tomorrow.
yeah, it's fucking tomorrow.
What are you doing?
They're all over drugstores, supermarkets, gas stations, and all are promising that every single one of them claims they have the best deals on roses. Here's the real deal. I can tell you from personal experience that they're nowhere near the quality or beauty of roses from 1-800-Roses. Valentine's
Flowers. 100 flowers.
1-800-Flowers.
Yeah.
1-800-Flowers, and it's not
Flowers.
even close.
Yes. Well, we've bought from them multiple years in a row. They've been our sponsor the last 2 Valentine's Days, but before that even, I was a 1-800-Flowers guys. The Valentine's is here, man. It's you need a rose bouquet, and that's guaranteed to impress if you want to impress whoever you're trying to impress. Right now, 1-800-Flowers has amazing offers on beautiful Valentine's bouquets and arrangements. There's still time to have your bouquet delivered on Valentine's Day, but you've got to get moving now. Yeah, you got to get moving right now. With an amazing selection of sweets, treats, and bouquets, 1-800-Flowers has everything you need for Valentine's. Time is running out to lock in these Valentine's offers, so order today. Only good while supplies last. After you've chosen your gorgeous bouquet or arrangement, simply pick your delivery date tomorrow and let 1-800-Flowers handle the rest. To order a beautiful and vibrant Valentine's bouquet, go to 1-800-Flowers.com, click the radio icon right there in the top right, and enter Hard Factor, all caps, one word. Valentine's Day is here, so order today and save at 1-800-Flowers.com. That radio code is Hard Factor, all caps, one word.
If you're wondering what happened there with the ad read, Mark did the interview earlier, and then all he had to do was the ad read. And I think that was too much pressure on him. That's why he kind of boned it up a little bit. That's okay.
Did I do okay in the interview?
The interview was great. You did good.
I mean, we'll see. I don't
we'll
know.
see.
You haven't cut it yet when we're recording this, so.
Well, I'm gonna cut the audio tonight so I can make myself look good.
Yes, you have the final.
Mark got a little senioritis there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, after you order your 1-800-Flowers today, then go walk over to the bathroom and take a look in the mirror and ask yourself, why the fuck did you wait till the last day before Valentine's Day? Get it done a little bit earlier next year.
Good point.
Okay.
But also accept yourself, because that's important too, because you are who you are.
Well,
you know?
I'm more of a self-hate guy. Now, let's talk about Roger Stone.
Let's.
This one takes us back to the old gang, all right? Almost makes me want to put on my ostrich jacket and light cigars with money, because we're talking about longtime Paul Manafort partner in crime, Roger Stone. You guys remember him, right?
Yeah.
What a duo.
Oh, yeah. Manafort and Stone. It's like Siegfried and Roy out there. It's incredible.
Mr. Dirty Tactics.
Those two walk into a bar and immediately everyone knows they're in there.
Yeah. So Roger Stone, if you don't remember who he is, he's the guy who Netflix did the documentary about Get Me Roger Stone. He wears the goofy hats, wears the goofy glasses and sunglasses. Anyways, he's just always tampering with everything.
He's the type of lawyer that he's a great lawyer because he gets you out of stuff, but he's the type of lawyer that if you're retaining him, people are like, what's that guy up to?
He's not just a lawyer, though. He's like a fix-it guy.
Yeah, but all fix-it guys are lawyers.
And a lobbyist.
Yeah,
and everything.
he's a jack of all shady trades.
Exactly. He money launderer. He's very good at a lot of things. So anyways, he was facing serious federal jail time, 87 to 107 months, for various infractions he made against the Mueller investigation, tampering, intimidation, whatever else. But the old war horse himself, Attorney General Bill Barr, stepped in on Monday, and he reduced that sentence. He goes, "Hey, look at this sentence. Fuck that. Not going to happen."
That's not a surprise.
Yeah, overruled the prosecutors, who all quit in anger. And then that sent the Democrats, the House Democrats, into overdrive, trying to block, call in Bill Barr for Judiciary Committee hearing, block whatever he's trying to do. And of course, this will lead to Rachel Maddow educating her viewers on how we're living in Nazi Germany. Another example, and the wheel will continue to spin on this.
How far did he reduce it from 7 to 9 years to what? Did he say?
Oh, you don't know yet. Sentencing is that's at the end, but yeah, it's going to happen on the 20th.
One hand job.
Yet. A lot less.
He has one hand job.
Significantly less to the point where he announced it and everyone quit. All the prosecutors quit. That's how much less. A lot.
So like nothing.
Yeah.
People left their jobs.
Yes,
their
in
careers.
anger. Their careers. Yeah.
So it's probably above board.
Well, I mean, just like everything in DC, Pat, I think it's more this partisan mumbo jumbo. Anyways, on Wednesday, on whether he'd consider extending a pardon to Roger Stone, President Trump said this: "I don't want to say yet, But I'll tell you what, people were hurt viciously and badly by these corrupt people. He's referring to the prosecutors of Roger Stone who all left. He said they should go back to school and learn, because let me tell you, the way they treated people, no one should be treated that way.
Maybe they took his advice. Maybe that's what they're doing, is going back to school.
Possibly.
Quitting their jobs and saying, you know what, guys, we weren't ready for this. Apologies. This is on us.
I think they're going on a long vacation to some beach type area, or
they're drinking.
Yeah, and drinking a lot.
They're drinking hard right now. They're drinking real hard. And it's like I've been trying to tell people, Bill Barr is only going to get more bold with shit like this, because what he is doing right now, he is actively investigating the Obama administration for illegally spying on the Trump campaign in 2016, which he seems like he's going to get a lot of evidence that probably was going on. So it's a huge fucking mess.
Why waste your time? Obama's just like winning Oscars. He doesn't give a shit.
Bill Barr's operating at like a Mitch McConnell level. The problem here is the Republicans have a lot more effective people than the Democrats
in very high spots of high power. Yeah. So if we can take anything though from Andrew Yang's campaign, I think we should take what he said about this back and forth investigation ship between the Democrats and Republicans, is that it makes us look weak, or like a developing nation, not a leading nation. So I think the USA should lock this up. But what I'm saying is, like, it's back and forth, right? Mueller first, now Barr's going back at it. It's just like rock'em sock'em robots, and it seems to be nonstop. The only hope that we can get out of this is that maybe Predict It will put up a market, and we can bet on if Stone will be pardoned eventually or not.
Yeah, there was a previous Stone market, I think, right before his first hearing. It's like, will he be convicted in 2019?
Yeah.
Which I won on, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got that, but maybe we can get the pardon market up.
Yeah, with like a new one.
Here's a little bit of pre-advice on that market. I think Bill Barr took that out of Trump's hands, but he's going to lower it so much that it's not necessary.
Yeah.
It would have been very necessary at 7 to 9 years. It would have been a good market at 7 to 9 years, but I think it's going to be a slap on the wrist.
Yeah. And anyways, let's take it to the internet.
Okay.
I think, Pat, you provided me.
No, I didn't.
With
we have it. What?
What?
You provided me with some type of something here. Let me see if I can try to.
What are you doing, Will?
I'm going to try to make a phone call.
Okay.
To the man himself.
Oh, you're gonna try to call Roger Stone right here live on the show.
Yeah, his home number.
I love that.
That's something. I don't know how I got it.
Is it dialing?
It might have been. Might be listening.
You guys here?
I hope it's his cell.
Put it on speaker.
Oh, it's ringing.
We can hear it.
Yeah. God, pick up.
Come on, buddy.
Pick up the phone, Roger Stone. Pick up the phone, Roger Stone.
Come on.
You can do it. It's not a spam call.
God, I hope he just snorted a line.
Leave a message.
Sounds like a drug dealer.
Record your message. When you have finished recording,
Okay.
you may hang up.
His voicemail's not full? What?
Was that Roger Stone? Sounds
I'm
like
not going to leave a voicemail, but that didn't sound like Roger Stone.
No, it sounded like a 16-year-old.
No, that was Stoned Roger. Sorry.
Don't question my intel.
All right, no internet comment on that one today. Take us over to the lightning round, boys.
All right, guys, this is actually a soft corner, and today I'm throwing the brass at the Atlanta Fire Rescue Department right in the fucking soft corner. And
I don't like that.
Not the men and women firefighters, mind you. You guys are doing a fantastic job. Keep it up. No. I'm talking about specifically Fire Chief Randall Slaughter, a man who was born with a name which would ultimately lead to him being a dickhead in some sort of leadership position in gay porn or otherwise. In this case, otherwise.
Randall Slaughter Randall's an intense first name, and then Slaughter is basically as intense as you get.
You don't want to
savage.
Yeah, if you're a parent and your daughter brings home a Randall Slaughter, you're not happy.
Can't be an introvert with that name.
No way. Anyway, guys, why is Chief Slaughter in the soft corner? Well, because he filed a complaint against Atlanta firefighter Captain Daniel Dwyer, leading Dwyer to be suspended without pay because his balls and heart are at least 2 sizes of normal man's. See, what happened was...
That's no reason to suspend someone.
I know. It's a guy, it's a reason you should give him a commendation, if you ask me. But what happened, guys, is on June 28th of 2019, Dwyer bravely entered a home that was completely engulfed in flames, trapping its 95-year-old owner inside. And when Dwyer's crew arrived to the scene, Dwyer was already fully dressed and in his gear and ready to initiate a search for the woman. And that's what he did. And he was able to locate the unconscious 95-year-old woman and get her out of the burning house before the rest of his team had even finished putting on their gear.
Yeah, he's a fucking hero.
He's doing his fucking job.
Yeah, exactly.
He arrived early, got in there like a brave motherfucker, and got this lady out of the house.
He was ready to go. Yeah, that was according to Atlanta Firefighters Union President Paul Gerdes, who is not happy. So, unfortunately, despite Dwyer's best efforts, the woman subsequently died as a result of her injuries. And apparently, Chief Slaughter isn't too hot on heroes because he filed a complaint citing that Dwyer breached protocol by entering the house without his crew members, which is fucking bullshit. Before anyone, I want to point this out, can become a firefighter, they must take an oath to promise to put the lives of others before their own, even if it means dying while doing so.
They left out if you have backup with you.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Right. Like this fucking chief is citing a rule. Do you think fires care about your rules? It's like, hey, someone should get in there and save that family.
Oath comes way before rules.
Protocol,
exactly. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Let's save that family, but as soon as our squad gets here, like they're punishing this guy for being too prepared.
Just watch the house burn down. I don't fucking think so.
No, you get in there. He already has to live with the guilt of the woman not surviving, which is fucking terrible.
So what else does Randall say about this? Is that all he's got? He's just saying that they broke protocol. That's
he
it?
suspended the guy.
Randall filed a complaint. He couldn't comment. Neither could comment. So he's getting 2 days no pay.
That's some bullshit.
Right. I know. It's like this guy has to just fucking sit at home with nothing to do but wash his huge balls, and like that can only. That can only take so long. Balls can only get so clean.
How does he get his fire pants on?
I don't know, man. There must be prescription. Yeah. But I'm just saying, guys, if I were in Captain Dwyer's shoes, it's this kind of thing that would make me want to go out and start fires and see how the chief likes that. But anyway,
no.
I'm saying I don't think he's gonna do that. But fuck Chief Slaughter. You know what I mean? Randall Slaughter. I bet you weren't a bully in high school, Randall. Yeah. I bet you're a real cool guy.
I'm sure everyone doesn't talk shit behind his back.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's not cool, man. This guy's a hero.
All right, we're going back-to-back soft corners, guys. Another one that involves the bullshit protocol, and also a fools that work in schools comeback.
All right,
I love that segment.
All combined into one story. So, guys, I don't know if you knew this, but when a 6-year-old kindergartner with Down syndrome forms a gun with their little hand and pretends to shoot you, you're absolutely in no danger whatsoever. You guys knew that.
You're supposed to play dead.
I knew that.
You knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You play dead so that you think you gave him the satisfaction of doing something properly, killing you with the gun.
That's
right?
the normal reaction.
You don't do. No, I just don't react. I think a kid should learn early on that his hand cannot do anything against a grown.
Will's the type of guy who pulls a Down syndrome kid aside and says, "You don't point a gun at anything. You don't want to die."
That thing's not going to hurt me.
You could
kid.
absolutely play along and then be like, "Let's not play guns anymore."
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! I want him to play. Okay, this is a whole other.
Will pulls the kid aside and he says, "Unfortunately, son, you'll never legally be able to own a firearm."
I just hand him a real one.
Will
say, you know what? You should be using the real.
Will brings
thing.
a real gun. He goes, then prove it. He's like,
all right, well, not everyone is as smart as you, Mark and Pat, especially one complete fuckhead teacher from the Valley Forge Elementary School in the Trey Different Easttown School District who called the police on her special needs student, 6-year-old Margot, after feeling threatened when the 6-year-old formed a gun with her hand and said, "I shoot you," inside the kindergarten classroom. She called the police because this unnamed dunce follows school protocol at all times, and a threat is a threat no matter who makes it, according to this imbecile.
Well, I think actually what happened was they sent her immediately to the principal's office.
Yes.
And then they filed a police report. They didn't call the cops. They filed a report because they assessed her to be a moderate threat.
Oh, well, that says they called it.
Yeah,
no, they called the police with the report after the fact. They let her go on without the day, and then they said.
So I wonder, like, who was standing close to the situation and like laughing hysterically?
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Because there had to be somebody.
The principal was the one that decided to send the report to the police.
Yeah, this teacher needs to be put down. In my opinion.
Well,
and the school, the whole administration.
The whole school system's out of order.
You know, the janitor was like, God fucking damn it.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. There was somebody
these
that
fucking
realized
morons.
how stupid this was.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of anything that a 6-year-old can do that will threaten you enough that can't be taken care of in like a parent-teacher
They
conference.
could run up to you, touch your penis, and take a picture, and then run away.
Yeah.
That's very threatening.
And now her name is in a police report. Her address is in a police report. Yeah.
She's got a record. She's a gang member now.
Right. Yeah.
Well, the mom's like so mad.
The mom is pissed.
Yeah,
She said,
obviously.
talking to the news, said it was very clear from the beginning that she didn't understand what she was saying. Her having Down syndrome is one aspect of it, but I'm sure most 6-year-olds don't understand what that means, and she's 100% right.
Yeah, the mom's petitioning to get the threat assessment removed because
Yes.
I'm sure there's some ramifications for her daughter's schooling.
Yeah.
Being allowed into certain
It
programs.
was a finger gun.
I think the teacher here is a lazy piece of shit that didn't want to deal with this special needs kid and found like a way to try to get her out of her fucking class with this bullshit.
I buy that.
Damn.
Hard accusations.
A child with Down
Yeah.
syndrome
Yeah.
could
Damn.
literally stab me, and you know what? I'd be like, it's okay, it's okay, and then I would just fucking chew it and be like, that chalk it up to the kid being.
Doesn't that happen
you know,
in the movie The Ringer?
intellectually
Didn't Knoxville
disabled?
get
And then you
stabbed
gotta be
by-
like, we just gotta get rid of these knives.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh, sorry, this kid with Down syndrome just hit me with a board. I'm apologizing to the kid with Down syndrome. Like, I'm sorry, you have
Right.
fucking Down syndrome. You're 6. You're gonna have a shitty life. Why
Well,
am
I
gonna-
rewatched The Ringer the other day. That movie's kind of fucked up.
It's really fucked up that they made The Ringer.
I
don't
love
know.
The Ringer.
I bet you do.
I'm a big Ringer fan.
Anyway, luckily, school administrator stepped in and deemed Margot's threat as transient, aka completely harmless.
Now they're going to trans people. It's like,
But now they brought in there's counselors and psychologists because the state passed this threat protocol.
What a waste of time.
I know. This is a big fucking waste of time and resources. And I hope this mom sues the shit out of the school district because she deserves it.
I hope that
fucked
they're
up.
right, and one day that Margot shoots someone with a gun.
I love this segment. What's it called? Schools
Schools who work in school, or fools who work at schools.
There you go.
All right, guys, it's election season, boys. And there are countless opportunities to make some easy money right now with our partner, Predict It. That's the site where you can gamble on news and politics. I'm going to lay out some of my picks for the week, but if you want to get in on the action right now, we will match your first $20 deposit. Just go to our special URL and sign up through this URL. It's predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20. You put $20 in there, we'll give you a free 20. All right, first market I like, guys. Will our boy, our first billionaire, Tom Steyer, friend of the show, qualify for the February 19th debate? And right now, yes is about 29 cents. No is about 79 cents.
What's the qualifications there?
Well, I'm hammering the no, Will, because the qualifications are you need to be at 12% in 2 polls or 10% in 4 polls.
Yeah,
and with the primaries already in full swing, the real contenders are going to start pulling away from the rest of the pack. Not a chance. I would get in on that Steyer no, make 30 cents a share. The next pick I love is who will win the Democratic primary, and I'm hammering Bernie on this one. He's at 54 cents.
The nomination.
The nomination, yeah. Who's
Yeah,
going to win the
and he
primary?
was at 48.
Texas State
Pat, he was
primary.
at 48.
Texas
just
State primary.
Texas State primary.
Yeah,
Oh,
which
this is
on-
Texas.
Yeah.
This is Texas State primary,
Talk
which
about
is
Texas
on,
State primary.
Okay,
I believe,
sorry.
March
Yeah.
3rd, Super Tuesday, one of those states.
Yep, so I'm hammering Bernie. He's at 54 cents right now around then. And he's favored to win. And in second place is Bloomberg, followed by Biden in third place. And neither of those are going to happen. Get in on those. They're both big winners. And for that matter,
Lots of Bernie bros in Texas.
one other thing I want to say is Bloomberg is like second to win almost every primary, which I think is horseshit. So keep an eye on that.
Once
But
he
the-
decides to
Well,
join the fucking race, which
yeah.
he hasn't for the first
You might
first
as well call Bloomberg Boomberg because it's all boomers because it's
Nice.
all TV ads.
you nailed it, Will.
So-
we're gonna make that a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bloomberg.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Pretty easy to do.
So if you guys
I'll
want
let it that out.
watch that, like that's like what pays our rent this year is the Bloomberg shirt.
I don't want anyone to steal that idea.
Yeah, we don't want to fucking make a shirt. All right, guys, get in the action.
It's not that great of a thing.
Hey, you never know, Will. Sometimes
I
the
think he
dumbest
does have
ideas.
The boomer thing based on the cable ads.
All right, so get it on the action at predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20.
All right, guys. So last June, a suicidal woman named I don't even fucking know her name. Last name Miss Gaines is I think what they're calling her. Who
Killer-
was
killer
flying?
research.
Nice journalistic.
Yeah,
that
sorry.
important
I
to
had
the
I had a
story?
blank in here. I forgot to fill it in.
Killer research.
Her name is blank.
Named something who was flying from London to Turkey last June and had to be subdued because she tried to kill everyone on board by attempting to open the fucking airplane door. Was sentenced to 2 years in jail yesterday and forced to pay $110,000 for her actions.
So this is the main woman of the story.
Yeah, he didn't know her name.
Yeah, well, I got it right here.
You want to look it up?
Yeah, I'm going to look it up.
Miss Gaines.
British woman, Chloe Haynes.
Chloe Haynes.
Chloe Haynes Gaines.
Chloe Haynes. Anyway.
Something Gaines.
Yeah.
This is terrifying. Does anyone else have the fear of someone doing this when they're on a
I
plane?
don't think you can do it, though. Isn't the pressure so that the door can't be opened, or can it be?
I don't know.
They certainly thought she could do it because they subdued her ass.
Yeah, I don't know, Pat.
She was apparently really drunk. She lunged at the door and she screamed, "I want to die and I'm going to kill you all."
That's not good.
No, that's not good. That'll get your attention as 206 frightened passengers panicked on board.
It's
gonna make you hit the service
That's the
bell.
last thing you want to hear.
That's the last thing.
Can I get a seat over there? Do you
Number
mind if
one
I-
on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad things to hear while you're flying.
As she
not
runs
good.
for the door. So that caused 2 Royal Air Force fighter jets to scramble to escort the plane back to Stansted Airport. So lots of inconvenience and manpower just for one distressed drunk who could not handle her liquor.
There was just guys taking turns knocking her out.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's getting back up.
Yeah, she assaulted one of the flight attendants.
Get Smith in here. He's had a hard day. Guys, it's physically impossible to open an airplane door mid-flight.
Oh, good.
Look, if she screams that, something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah, you don't know that. I had to look it up.
terrifying.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, you don't know that sitting there.
You just turn the plane around when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
So her lawyer, who was trying to get her off, said she has not had a drink since the incident and attends 4 AA meetings a week and had taken meds with the booze and doesn't remember the incident. And that's great and all, but it still doesn't get you off for trying to mass murder 206 people.
60 AA meetings a week isn't enough for
Right,
this.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you have,
Just
you have-
lock her in the AA room.
right.
Every day but Friday.
Get her a cot.
So she's, of course, banned from Jet2, which is apparently an airline. And now
no.
she'll have 2 years to really sober up in jail.
Yeah, let's just get her behind cars.
Yeah, they need to just ban her from all airlines.
Yeah.
All right, and hey, I know we've promised to get to voicemails that we didn't yesterday, but we got one today. We're going to bring you some more tomorrow, but here's a voicemail for you guys. 1 second.
Love the voicemail. Name's Adam from Minnesota. Long-time listener. Love you guys. I'm just driving in the car right now, and I was listening to your paranoia on the coronavirus. Just wondering, a little hypothetical for you. Fuck, marry, kill. Ebola, corona, or AIDS. All right.
Oh.
And I don't know how you want to dissect that.
We'll figure out a way.
I got it.
Freedom.
Oh,
Go
right.
for it, Will.
that was Adam from
Easy.
Minnesota.
Adam from
So
Minnesota.
fuck, marry, kill, Ebola, Corona.
Thank you, Adam.
AIDS.
I got it right off the bat. You're going to marry Wuhan virus because it's the weakest. And then
Like a
you're
weak
going
wife.
You're going to fuck Ebola because you can probably survive a quick stint with Ebola. But you're definitely going to kill AIDS because that's forever. Well, I mean, modern medicine, though. Maybe you
Yeah,
guys
see,
have
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I take it a different way.
Me too.
I'd say fuck AIDS because that's how you're supposed to get it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And you can live forever with it. I would say marry Ebola and then kill Corona.
You guys are really
That's
disappointing.
just trendy,
Yeah.
though, because you could survive the Wuhan
Will,
virus,
you said it in your fucking answer. You said AIDS is forever, so is marriage. That's why you marry AIDS.
I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Well, it's recency bias. I don't know anything about.
I think that's
I don't know
reasonable.
anything about Ebola, but I do know if I marry Corona, it's going to be like a ping pong effect where we keep passing it back and forth.
I feel like Ebola is like a worse Wuhan. I
Yeah,
don't
you
really
kill-
remember if you die automatically.
You don't. You kill Ebola because it's got teeth, and you need to fight that thing and put it down. And you fuck the Wuhan virus, and if you're young enough, you're gonna be fine.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like
we got
AIDS is like the party, so I'd want to like bang AIDS.
AIDS is super.
Be a good
it's-
lay.
AIDS is pretty easy. if you have any health care whatsoever,
Gotten around.
Well, this
Yeah,
is
got around.
this is insensitive because maybe some people listen have AIDS and
Of
are going
course,
to die. So maybe we should stop.
Okay, maybe you're right.
Well,
It was
I
an
mean, we played
exercise.
the game. I enjoyed the game.
Yeah, the game's good.
We played the game.
The game was great.
We've all done a lot of work in.
Wes, finish your answer.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna kill Corona because I want to ease Mark's
Yeah.
fears over
Thank
there.
you.
So let's
Thank you.
kill
There
that.
you go.
We'll marry Ebola because
Yeah.
I think you can live with that and get over it, like Pat said. But definitely fucking AIDS,
Yeah, you got to fuck AIDS. That's how you get AIDS. You don't want to say I got AIDS by marrying it.
and also fuck AIDS.
Yeah, just for the record,
right? But
we've all
fuck
done,
AIDS. That's why I killed it.
Yeah, we've all done a lot of work with an AIDS charity, and Will has done a significant amount of work traveling to Africa and setting up clinics for people. So
That's true.
So okay, just a joke, guys.
We put in some hours on the AIDS awareness.
So
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right, and that's going to do it for Hard Factor.
Just in case.
That's going to do it for Hard Factor.
God.
Hey, as Will said, remember, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. If you do not get your girlfriend or boyfriend something, even if they claim to be cool about Valentine's Day.
Really? Don't get me anything.
Yeah, no matter what argument you have in the near future, it's
Ever
going to
again.
be about
That's
Valentine's
a lie.
Day. It's
Yeah.
going to come back to haunt you. So do yourself a favor. Go to 1-800-Flowers. Do whatever you need to do. Take care of that situation. Again, we will get some more voicemails tomorrow, so please keep leaving them. 512-270-1480. Some great ones on there, so we'll get some more. And let's see. Florida Man Friday tomorrow, so be sure to tune into that. And, of course, as always, have a great fucking day.
Oh, yeah!